I'm 78 years old now. I say that out loud sometimes just to hear it, because inside I still feel like a man who's waiting for something to start, even though most things are already over. I finally understand my mistakes. That's the strange part. Not when it could have helped. Not when I still had the strength or the time to change much. I understand them now, when the house is quiet, when the days are slow, when there's no one left to explain myself to. I spend a lot of time sitting by the window, not doing anything important, just watching the light move across the floor. I used to hate wasting time like that. Now it's mostly what I do. For most of my life, I thought mistakes were loud things. Big failures, obvious disasters, affairs, bankruptcies, walking out on your family. I thought as long as I avoided those, I was doing fine. Turns out, the worst mistakes I made were quiet, polite, reasonable. They looked like responsibility. They looked like ambition. They looked like being a good man. When I was younger, I was always in a hurry, even when I didn't need to be. I rushed meals, rushed conversations, rushed through weekends like they were obstacles between me and Monday. I told myself it was temporary, just a busy season, just until things settled down. Things never settled down. I just got older. In my 20s, I believed life would start once I got my footing, once I had some savings, once I wasn't worried all the time. I delayed joy like it was something you could schedule. I married a good woman, patient, kind, the kind of person who listened without interrupting. I loved her, I really did. I just didn't know how to stay still with that love. I was always half somewhere else, thinking about work, thinking about what came next, thinking about how to be better, faster, more impressive. I mistook restlessness for purpose. She used to ask me simple things, to sit with her on the porch, to take a walk after dinner, to talk without the television on. I usually said yes, but my yes was thin, distracted. My body was there, but my mind was already moving on. At the time, I thought that was normal. Everyone was busy, everyone was tired. I told myself we had years, decades even. Later is a dangerous word. It sounds generous. It sounds patient. But later is where things go to die quietly. If I could speak to the man I was, I wouldn't tell him to work less or achieve less. I'd tell him to notice more, to sit longer, to listen without planning his response. I'd tell him that success without closeness is a lonely thing, that applause fades faster than laughter around a table. But I can't speak to him. I can only sit here now with what's left and understand. Understanding doesn't fix much. It doesn't bring anyone back. It doesn't reopen doors that closed years ago. What it does is sharpen the quiet. These days, I take my time with small things, making coffee, watching birds in the yard, saying hello to neighbors. I let conversations wander. It's a little late to become the man I should have been, but it's not too late to be honest about who I was. If you're listening to this and it stirs something uncomfortable, I won't tell you what to do. I don't believe in instructions anymore. I'll just say this: pay attention to what you're postponing. Look closely at who's waiting patiently for you. They may not wait forever. As for me, I live with the understanding now. It sits beside me like an old companion, heavy but familiar. Some mornings, when the light comes through the window just right, I feel a mix of gratitude and sorrow so strong I have to close my eyes. This was my life, all of it, the good intentions, the quiet mistakes, the love I didn't fully show until it was too late. And now I sit with that. I finally understand. Subscribe us. Thanks for watching.